The following program is rated G. It is suitable for all audiences.
Good morning! We are here in... Today is a very special episode because not only one, not two, not three, but four influential people around the world will grace us with their presence. They will enlighten our minds and fill it with knowledge about our topic today. So let's go to the studio! I'm Bellen and you're watching the Bellen Show! So now let's welcome our first visitor, Dr. Ledkan! Pasok! Good morning, Dr. Led! Welcome to our show! So how's vacation?
Yeah, it was very good. I visited India, it was a diversified culture place, but very hot.
Wow! How are the kids?
Kids are pretty good, they are tired after the vacation.
Nasuya ko. Do you understand Bisaya?
Gamay lang.
Gamay lang, but you understand it. Oh, very good.
The important words.
Very well situated here in the Philippines. So, Dr. Led, mag-ask na ko nimo about light.
Okay.
So, maka-explain ba ka or naka-video?
Okay, running pa play the video. My throat is not good.
Sige. Let's watch the VTR.
Light is the connection between us and the universe. Through light, we can experience distant stars and look back at the beginning of existence itself. But what is light? In a nutshell, light is the smallest quantity of energy that can be transported, a photon, an elementary particle without a real size that can't be split, only created or destroyed. Light also has a wave-particle duality, being kind of a particle and a wave at the same time, although this is a lie. Also, when we say light, we actually mean visible light, which is a tiny part of the electromagnetic spectrum, energy in form of electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiation consists of an enormous range of wavelengths and frequencies. Gamma rays have the smallest wavelengths because they're the highest energy photons, but most gamma rays are just under 10 picometers, which is still way smaller than a hydrogen atom. For reference, a hydrogen atom compared to a cent is about as big as a cent compared to the moon. Visible light is in the middle of the spectrum, in the range of about 400 nanometers to 700 nanometers, about the size of bacteria. On the other end of the spectrum, radio waves can be up to 100 kilometers in diameter, while the biggest wavelengths we know exist can span from 10,000 kilometers to a baffling 100,000 kilometers, way larger than Earth. From a physics standpoint, all these different waves are the same. They all have the wave-particle duality and travel at c, the speed of light, just at different frequencies. So what makes visible light special then? Well, absolutely nothing. We just happen to have evolved eyes that are good at registering exactly this part of the electromagnetic spectrum. This is not a complete coincidence, though. Visible light is the only set of electromagnetic radiation that propagates well in water, which happens to be where most eyes first evolved millions of years ago. That was a smart move because light not only interacts with matter, it's also altered by it and can be used to gather information about the world around us with almost no delay, which is arguably really helpful for survival. Okay, where does light come from? A vast range of electromagnetic waves are created when atoms or molecules drop from a higher state of energy to a lower one. They lose energy and emit it in the form of radiation. At the microscopic level, visible light is created when an electron within an atom that is in an excited state drops to a lower energy state and loses this excess energy. The same way incoming light can elevate an electron to a higher state of energy by being absorbed by it. Macroscopically, the moving charge of the electron creates an oscillating magnet field, which creates an oscillating electric field perpendicular to it. These two fields move themselves through space, transferring energy from one place to another, carrying information about its place of creation with it. Why, of all the things in the universe, is light the fastest thing there is? Let's change the question. What is the fastest way to travel through space in the universe? It's c, exactly 299,792,458 meters per second in a vacuum, 1 billion kilometers per hour. Electromagnetic radiation just happens to move this fast. Any particle that has no mass travels at c, without acceleration or any in-between. The light that's being released from a candle does not speed up until it reaches light speed. At the very instant of its creation, its speed is c. So why is c, or the speed of light, finite then? Well, nobody knows. Our universe is just built this way. We don't have a smart answer here. So light is a part of a spectrum, an elementary particle that also behaves like a wave, propelled by two perpendicular fields traveling at the speed limit of the universe. Okay, that's nice and all, but what about all the crazy stuff about traveling at the speed of light and time, the twin paradox, quantum stuff, and things like that? We have to save them for another video. For now, let's just be happy that we evolved eyes that pick up waves of information permeating the universe, making us see things that help us to put our existence into perspective.
Thank you so much for the video, Dr. Led. It was very informative.
Thank you.
Before we proceed to Uncle Makim Beko, let's have a short break. We'll be right back.
Yung kani si Daniel, gusto siya mo eskwela. Gusto niya na makatabang ko na siya na namo. Muray gusto niya git na makahuman siya. Ayang pangandoy ba na gusto siya maging pulis igdako. Kanang mato sa eskwelahan karon kay kuan man na siya kanang maglakaw ra taas kay na siyang lakaw niya. Pagagabi mga 7 mingon naman ako yung assignment. O sige adto lang ko magtuon sa may suga sa may McDonald. Doon na siya mag-aaral. Maula gani atong kinabuhi gyud bisag pa ko'y kwarta niya mapapawala na gyud sa magantos lang gyud ta. Kung time man na napicturan siya.
Medtech student kami noon. Nag-study me, kauban sa akong classmate. And then, we decided na mag-take out sa McDo. Nakakita kong bata, naglingkod. Nag-aaral siya sa tabi ng kalsada. Ato siya nag-study sa gamay na source of light. Akong giingnan akong friend. Luoy kay ang bata, Jean. Ingon siya na, picture Joyce. As ako, murag wala ko'y excuse na dili mag-study kahit naanan ako tanan. So, moto ako siya gi-post. Nag-caption ko, I was inspired by a kid. Wala ako nag-expect na daghan jud daing tao na ma-move sa iyang story. I wasn't expecting it to go viral.
A photograph of a boy doing his homework outside a McDonald's store has gone viral. Thousands have been inspired by little Daniel Cabrera from the Philippines.
Nasyak lang ko kay na daghan na naabot sa amo aba hinabang donation sa gikan sa kuan nakanalain. Picture lang gud sa sinugdanan gud. Nakadawat si Daniel na allowance gikan sa McDo para makahuman gyud sa eskwela high school. Matagal na hindi na nako siya makita. Ganahan lang ko na mapasalamat lang gyud kong dako ni Joyce.
Effort na pupuntahan mo siya, hanapin mo siya. How did you feel about it?
Oh my God! Musta na ka? Oh my God. So, na-happy ko nga. Finally, nag-meet na dyan mi balik. Mas better atong world if may help ta sa uban, even if wala ka kibaon sa madawat nimo in return.
Thank you, Ate Joyce.
Trivia muna tayo guys. Alam nyo ba na sa California makikita ang pinakamatandang ilaw sa buong mundo na hanggang ngayon ay gumagana pa rin. Nagsimula ito noong 1901 at hindi lang ito gumagana pag may power interruptions. Ating iisipin mas matanda pa ito kaysa sa ating mga lolo at lola. Kaya pinangalanan ito ng the world's longest lasting light bulb. Kaya para sa ating dagdag kaalaman, ito, si Kuya King ang nagsasabing ang buhay ay easy lang.
Now let's continue our chit-chat with Dr. Ledkan. I'm going to ask you now about poor lighting and good lighting.
Before we continue, I have brought my top student from your country who will enlighten our knowledge about light and also answer your questions.
Okay. So help me welcome Dr. Phillips. Ikaw dyan, staff student ni Dr. Ledkan. Ay, very proud.
Yes,
Ikan ka nanday ka sa Philippines.
Proudly Bisaya, proud Cebuano.
Ay, Bisaya na lang ta kay makahurot ang English. Oy, kay si Dr. Kan, dili ka sa butog Bisaya. So, I'm gonna ask you about poor lighting and good lighting. What can you say about
So, poor lighting, mag-una sa ta sa poor lighting at i-discuss on sa mga implications o kung saan pwede may tabo na to kung poor ang lighting sa atong environment. So, maka-cause siya og eye discomfort, eye fatigue, and headache. So, like for example, magbasa mo niya dark ang inyong environment, maka-cause siya og eye fatigue and headaches. And also for mga sa workplace, like when you're operating machinery, na reduced visual performance, so it can cause accidents like maybe nag-operate yung machinery niya or ang lighting sa environment, maapilin yung kamot or so dako jud kayo ang impact sa poor lighting mo. Nang importante jud kayo nga ang ato ang environment kay properly lit. So ang implications sa good lighting like it can improve visual performance, it can reduce fatigue and stress, and reduce the occurrence of accidents. So kung kita magbasa ta, kailangan nagi proper lighting from behind us. Unya kung mag-operate tag machinery, kung nata sa atong workplace, kailangan ato yung itarong ang lighting para safe sa ta.
Unsa man ma-suggest sa mga med student na magtuon?
Kanang mga med student magtuon kay dapat ang book mga 35 inches away from the face. So ako ang advice na agi book stand, unya naagyoy proper lighting from behind para daghan mo mabasa, dili magsakit yung mata, dili maglabad yung ulo, ma-top ninyo yung exam.
Katong sa PCM pod no na dapat stand straight daw ingon si Doc.
Oo, inyong bakay support kanang nagi support. So ana ba? So mga little things kay mo kuan yun na siya maka-make yun na siya og difference. So mao na dapat inata mag-study para makapasar ta and dako atong grades.
So helpful gid ang light no. Dapat dako gyud kay siyang factor kung mag-study ka.
Yes.
So anything that you will add, Dr. Led? It's okay na? No, sub-student man siya, no? So, kaya na kayo niya, no? Sakto na ito, okay? So, daghan yung kayong salamat sa pag-explain sa amua Dr. Phillips.
You're welcome.
I hope nakasabutan niya. Nakasabot ba ta niya, mga audience?
Yes!
Okay, so, gusto mo ba ninyo nga natin laing bisita maabot?
Yes!
So, ato na i-welcome ang banggiitan na asawa ni Dr. Hidden Ko, Dr. Mera Elco! Welcome to the show, Doc! I'm Buntag.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Okay. Pa isa pa yan. So, dili na taman paligoy-ligoy pa. Ato na nisugdan, kinapa siya yung surgery. Kay Vice ganda daw, di mo, anak. Grabe, Doc, mga bigatin mo, di kay kag mga...
Oo, lagi.
Grabe na
Sa
dun.
time, Jud.
Hala, di ako magdugay-dugay na mag-proceed na ta sa question. So, number 1, can you explain to us what is the function of our eyes in relation to light? Number 2, give us a simple explanation about sa color sensitivity. Give me one word. Joke lang. Number 3, mga sari-sari nga defects sa mata related sa visions, Doc.
Okay, no problem. So our eyes, there are four main functions. First, it is used for visual accommodation by the lens. And second, it can control the amount of light by the pupil. And also third, it is used for color vision by the fovea. And fourth is convergence by the eye muscles and lens.
Taysa, Doc, unsa na convergence, Doc? Magahang ako mata, Doc, pastalanan. Audience, kinsa may dictionary din habi kaya enlighten my mind kay murag natanga gyud siya.
Also, actually, I have my assistant here.
Ay, very good. Si paliw ko na ko biki dili ko kasabot convergence murag nosebleed.
In ophthalmology, convergence is a simultaneous inward movement of both eyes toward each other, usually in an effort to maintain single binocular vision when viewing an object. This is the only eye movement that is not conjugate, but instead adapts the eye. That's all for convergence. So for color sensitivity, human eyes are not equally sensitive to all wavelengths for color. They are more sensitive to green and yellow, and less sensitive to blue and red. Sensitivity to glare increases with age. It is 3 times more sensitive at age 40 to 49 years old, and 7 to 10 times more sensitive between 50 to 70 years old.
So, ang mga defects sa mata, Doc, sa man, Doc?
There are 3 main defects of vision. First is emmetropia, second is myopia, and third is hyperopia. Emmetropia, it is when the image focuses directly on the retina. And then myopia, it is when a person is nearsighted, and hyperopia if the person is farsighted.
Ay, wala ko baludok if farsighted ba ko or nearsighted. Pero mga papa kay nearsighted man, so nearsighted ba siguro ko, no?
Pwede ra ka magpa-check sa imong
Sige, mato na niya ko ninyo, Doc, ha, kung wala na kay artista nga naka-schedule.
no problem. Kung bahala.
Thank you kay Doc sa knowledge. Pero before that, mag-break sa ta kay murag naghang akong utok sa kadagang information.
On January 3rd, the Knapp family took a road trip in their new, all-electric Tesla. Using free, solar-powered superchargers all the way. A road trip completely sponsored by the power of the sun. All they had to do was accept the gift of light. The Tesla Model S, Motor Trend's Car of the Year. A car that may lead other cars in no longer taking from the earth, but accepting from the sun untold memories per gallon of light.
We're back! So, para dili masayang ang oras ni Dr. Ledkan of yung top student, Mr. Phillips, let's give them again the time to explain more about light. So, Dr. Phillips, do you have anything to say?
So, mag-discuss me briefly about the quantities and units of light.
Okay.
Dr. Khan, go first.
So basically, luminous flux is like quantity of the light emitted by a light source per second. So usually it is measured in lumen, and there's other quantity, luminous intensity, like the luminous flux emitted by a solid per unit of square area. So it's usually measured in candela.
So, illumination is the luminous flux that hits the unit area, and it is usually in the unit of lux. Next is luminance. Luminance is the luminous flux that is reflected by a surface. So the unit is also candela per square meter. Now, if all other things are being equal, the luminance is proportional to the illumination. Last is contrast. So contrast is the relative luminance difference between an object and its background. So you can hear this a lot in photography. Photography. Yeah, photography enthusiasts out there. Now glare is produced by excessive light stimuli which disturbs the adaptation process of the retina. So kung taas kayo ang light, 'di ba? Silaw. Mo na i-glare.
Glare. So if mo lantaw ka sa sun directly, glare na.
Glare kay siya kay excessive light stimuli man niya ang imuhang retina dili ka adapt properly. So mo nang sakit, mo nang dili ka mupiyong gid mo.
Mo na kumututok ta sa sun na mo green detong pananaw pag divert
ya
sa
kabantay
paan.
pod ka kanang mag-drive ka nya na musugat nimo nya taas kay lang light, taas kay lang headlights kanang high beam kayo. So murag makatanaw ka the other way. So dili siya maayo. Dili siya maayo kay kuyaw ana ba. Ya maka potentially sad na makadamage sa imong eyes.
Wala no, sige. Okay, so anyone who has an idea about the factors that we consider for optimum illumination?
Yes, I can share something about that.
Okay, good. Go down.
So, there are 4 main factors to be considered for optimum illumination. First, the reflectance of color and materials of the work, objects, and environment. Second, the differences in relation to natural daylight. And third, the necessity of using artificial light during the day. And lastly, the age of the persons carrying out the task.
Mo na to tanan, Doc?
Yes, that's basically that's all the factors to be considered for optimum illumination.
So, thank you kaayo. Before nato ihatag ang last part or ang question ni Doc, mato sa taning dungis bigo niya.
Good morning mga ka-PCM! Nandito ako sa labas ngayon, tinitingnan ko yung magandang tanawin sa lugar kung saan natin gagawin yung interview. But bitaw no, nindot kaayo ang atong topic karon sa studio with Bellen at saka iyang mga guests. Ang light mong good is very important. So karon since na may mga information ang gihatag ang mga studio audience, may kakausapin tayo na mas nakakapagbigay pa ng mas maraming information about what light to choose, kung ano yung dapat piliin. Okay? Come on! Hello! Hi, Miss Firefly. Pwede ba ako maupo?
Oh, sige. Have a seat.
Thank you. So, good morning again. Sa studio kasi ngayon, ang topic is about light. They've given some information already. Ngayon, let's talk more about the types of lighting or types katong light bulbs ba. So, what can you say or what can you recommend?
Kanang naalaman gud ta tulo ka klase of light bulbs, no? Kanang incandescent, CFL or compound fluorescent lamps, and then kanang trending karon kanang kalabanan nga gamit kay LED lights na.
So, pwede mo bang ma-explain ang differences ng tatlong light bulbs na imong gipansulti ganiha?
Oh, okay. So, kanini siyang incandescent, mauni siyang before na almost na itong ginagamit, kay kani incandescent bulbs nga kani kay cheaper man ni siya, tapos ang before kay wala pa man ng CFL or ng mas known karon na mga fluorescent lamps god. And then ang kaning incandescent lang kay mas mag-use man gud siya energy, so dili siya energy saver, and then mas dasig siya mahurot or ma-use up kay more or less mga 3 hours laman siguro na ang iyahang usage nga kanang dili pag siya mag-init or like kay prone man na siya kay very high energy man ang gina-use niya, no. So ano dayon kanang ano na siya yang kalas kay dugay-dugay ka sige change kay dali lagi mahurot. And then almost ano na siya, no, 15 hours ang iyahang gina-promise nga mag-last siya or up to 10 years. Pero of course kanang dili lagi siya practical kay syempre always ka mag-change, dasig paspas ka mag-change ana ba, unlike sa fluorescent lamps nimo. Pero kung tulokon nimo siya, mas nice ang LED kay other than energy saver siya, mas mag-last long siya kay ano siya, almost 33,000 hours na siyang ihang lifespan. But then kana mostly kay bago lang man ang LED kay before ang LED na nga na kay very costly, so nag-stick lang sa fluorescent lamps kanang CFL nimo ba.
So, thank you so much. Katang very good ang imong mga gipangutana about the differences about sa different light bulbs na atong na available sa market. But within the three, Miss Firefly, unsa man ang imong i-recommend sa ating mga viewers na naa sa ilang mga houses karon na murag nag-think good sila kung ano ba yung makakatipid sila or unsa ba ni ang magbigay sa kanilang magandang ilaw talaga sa kanilang mga bahay-bahay.
Okay, so para sa kako no, LED lights kay other than it is energy saver kanang mag-last long pud siya, and then dili sad siya kanang murag mag-glare good kung tagal ka na naga-use, and then dili sad siya inana ka warm nga mag-emit siya og very hot. Tapos ano siya kana one bedroom na good for one lang kay enough na siya ang 5 watts. So pila lang man ang 5 watts. And then kung sa kitchen B nga like good for ang space siguro kay nasa butang na to table good for 4. Okay na sad gyapon ng 5 watts, hayag na sad siya. So ano talaga siya cost efficient, and then other than cost efficient, energy saver, and then enough na ang light nga gina-emit niya para mahayag siya nga dili magsakit ang imong ulo, di maglabad imong ulo and then dili ka maka-cause of accidents kay enough man efficient, enough man ang light nga sa room. So ana.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Firefly. And lahat ng information na imong gihatag is very helpful sa atong mga audience ba. So, we have to remember that good lighting is really important. So, to protect our eyes, we need to push for good lighting ba. So, this is Miss Dungis, laging bigo niya. And back to you, Belen.
Alam nyo ba na 35% ng tao sa buong mundo ay mayroong photic sneeze reflex? Ito ay pag-atching o pag-atune na natitrigger sa pamamagitan ng masyadong maliwanag na ilaw. Isa sa mga halimbawa nito ay ang matinding liwanag na nanggagaling sa araw. Kaya pag mayroon kayo nito, mas nakabubuting magdala kayo lagi ng sunglasses.
So, thank you kaayo Dungis, no? O Kuya King Beko, salamat kayo sa imong effort. Thank you. So, karon natin po i-ask balik si Doc Mira Elco about sa factors we consider for visibility of objects.
Okay. So, there are 5 factors to be considered for visibility of objects. First, we have contrast of the luminance due to various reflectances and shadow effects, and contrast of the colors due to different pigments and various colored reflection. Then second, luminance of the object to the visual task, and luminance of the immediate environment, luminance of the main zone of work. Then third is the size. The size depending on viewing distance, size depending on the viewing angle, and size depending on optical aids. And then fourth is time and speed. So time and speed while the object moves, while the viewer's eyes moves, and lastly the adaptation of the eye. The eye should be adapted to the luminance in the field vision. So that's it.
Okay. Ika po yung nagyug kaayo si Doc, no? Makita nagyug kayo siyang tingog. Nagikan mo ko siya sa surgery. So, okay na Doc. Tulog na lang ta after Doc para na po makatubang na mo si Vice Ganda. Basi manipa to ni mo Doc na patay na ta.
Kailangan tiwason to kay kasama.
Sige. So, thank you kayo mga docs, no? Salamat kayo sa inyong time. Salamat kayo sa inyong ang mga knowledge na inyong gihatag sa amua. So before we end our episode today, mag-break sa takajot then balik. Napunta balik. And we are back! Thank you so much mga doctors. I know very busy kayo mo sa inyong career kay at the peak na mo sa inyong moments. So I will not hold you guys for long. So anything to thank, Doctor?
Yes, I would like to thank my sponsors, Sunnies and Specs for my eyeglasses, white coat from Maham ko. Finally, nakuha na dyan na ako for a long after pila of almost 1 year.
Wow!
Yes, and then because this is special white coat. And then thank you Plain and Prince for my dress, Philia for my shoes, and Timex for my watch, and Unisilver for my ring.
Next.
Thank you Uniqlo for my wardrobe, and New Balance for my shoes, and for my mom and dad for making me.
Okay, Dr. Led.
Thank you Armani Suits and Puma. And
Naula ko. Thank you wardrobe. Thank you kayo sa pag-bear sa ako. Nadaghan kitag na-learn karon na episode no about sa lighting. So, if naminaw gid atong audience, mangutana daw kog lucky ko anbe. Audience, kinsa ganan ninyo answer para makadaog sa Bellen Show showcase?
Kami!
Kinsa mana?
Ako.
Lady with the white t-shirt. Sige. What did you learn today?
I learned the importance of light. Daghan yun siya katabang sa atong kinabuhi sa adlaw-adlaw.
So modern no? Asa man ka gikan?
Taga-Leyte ko.
Waray day ka.
Oo.
Example daw be?
Translate.
Sige. Ato na sa Pakawayan Showcase si Mga Lili. Congratulations, pakpakan na ko! Ayan. Wow. Picture. Okay. Picture sa ta.
We would like to thank the following sponsors: Delta Data, AEW, Putnam Investments, Dalanghan, Mark Lee, Yamaha, DXL, CAE, Extra Hop, UMB, The Nutter. Napakadami naman nila. Kayo na po ang magbasa. Maraming salamat po.